कैसे हो यार? आज बहुत कुछ करने वाला था मैं, लेकिन अभी कुछ नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ। न्यूएस्ट फुल स्क्रीन है। गेम साउंड, माइक साउंड, चलो यार चेंज करते हैं स्क्रीन। राग पंख कमीना निकल। अच्छा है गेम, लेकिन स्लो है। पता नहीं, वैसे पसंद नहीं आता मेरे को ज़्यादा। वो डिसेंडेंट अच्छा लगा था मेरे को। और आएगा मैसेज करना 150। कल का मैसेज है वो, आज का नहीं है। नरिश सेंड एन इमेज। ग्रैंड थेफ्ट ऑटो। स्ट्रीम सेटिंग लेटेंसी अल्ट्रा लो पे है। ओके गुड। इतने सारे कचरे सामान नोटिफिकेशंस हैं। HDFC बैंक काय का दिमाग खराब। मार्कस रीड। 56। हाँ। कल मैं लूट गया था, मेरे को आज याद है। कल पूरा लूट डाला है मेरे को, गेम ने पूरा लूट लिया है। कितना बुरा ना यार, ऐसा बुरा हुआ है कल यार। अभी अभी देखा तो डबल याद आता है वो। हेलो नकुल। क्या बोलते ब्रो? कुछ नहीं, बस मोबाइल का रिचार्ज खत्म हो गया। रिचार्ज खत्म हो गया, मेरे को लगा रिचार्ज तो नहीं, रिचार्ज पड़ा है ना, रिचार्ज। चार्ज पे लगा रहा हूँ। कौन सा फोन है ब्रो तेरे पास? आईफोन। ये वाला ज़रा फास्ट हुआ था। वहां पे उसका कूल डाउन हुआ ही नहीं था। फायर डैमेज बोनस सच में? नहीं, मेरे को उम्मीद दिख रही है उसमें। अच्छा, फाइनली 27 पहुंचा हूँ, अभी अच्छा लग रहा है थोड़ा। बस 3000 और 30 के हो जाएंगे।
Thank you for add astro.
रेपुटेशन रिवॉर्ड, आइटम फोर्स्ड।
Let's ride. Off we go.
ना 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 ना। गरीबी चालू हो चुकी है भाई। पता नहीं मैं 1000 से ये लेवल पे कब पहुंच गया यार, मतलब उस इसमें। नावे की आवाज आई थी क्या लास्ट टाइम पे?
Ready
हाँ
to join the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland? It's time, dear partner and Pie. As I mentioned, the park was started up by enthusiasts who brought in the Spina di Rosula to handle the plan. Of course, enthusiasts aren't typically all-around experts. They usually stick to designing the event. We, for our part, handle long-term operations? We spend most of our time adventuring, and we barely have any experience running a stall. Do you think we can handle this? That's more like it. You've seen it all before, haven't you, partner? Anyway, first things first. Let's get an overview of how the whole festival's gonna be run.
choo choo.
As you can see, our fantasy land's a bit like a sugar-free macaron right now. The Spina's only... That's why Paimon thinks she just about gets it. Yep. You mentioned standardized Of course. Film and if we're not careful, and others might pick up dangerous props by mistake. To avoid confusion, we need to Wow! If we're the first ones to test out the activities, who knows what surprises But if we hit a tough spot, we'll just have to rely on our skills to hopefully it goes without saying that I'd never put you in danger, partner. I carefully checked all the existing activities before you arrived, and I can assure you that they're all perfectly safe. I also wanted you to experience the activities before anyone... Oh, those are two things Navia is best at! Great! Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. Your input is super important. All right, then. Let's start with...
Unlock facility. कुछ चेंजेस तो हुआ नहीं भाई, कुछ लगा ओके। आगे पहले कुछ था कि नहीं था? मेरे को ऐसा लगा कुछ नहीं था। Fish. डबल बूस्ट नहीं मिलता है क्या मेरा?
Both of you seem even more excited than before. Look, Paimon hasn't actually watched. Great job, Paimon. They'd be
Paimon
beyond
TV होता है।
delighted to hear that visitors are curious about the films that inspired these attractions. Some have even been willing to contribute extra funds out of their own pocket. Out of their own pocket? That's right. While the Spina di Rosula covers the cost of basic booth materials and rental fees, many fans have personally funded promotional materials and related merchandise. The cost of the booth itself isn't their main expense. Some of them have already started designing spin-off products inspired by film characters. Take our official mascot, Sir Intendant. Many people have expressed interest in designing cushions based on her image, using the highest quality fabrics and hiring the most skilled artisans. These cushions will officially go on sale at the next convention alongside lots of similar products. Sounds irresistible, right?
Plus, as Surintendant Chevalmoran's guardian and official image rights agent, Farina will receive 60% of the sales revenue. After all, the fans are doing this voluntarily, not for profit, but to promote Surintendant Chevalmoran's adorable image. The more Mora ends up in Farina's purse, the better Surintendant Chevalmoran's meals will be.
Oh, Paimon likes the sound of that. Everyone working hard for something they all love.
Still, we can't just ignore Mora completely. Whether it's fan creations or official commercial projects, some level of financial balance is still necessary. The same logic applies to the Chevalmoran film Fantasyland taken as a whole.
Excalibur.
Once we finish the standardized strategy guides, our attractions can officially be open to the public. But we can't take personal charge of the ticketing process.
Channeling flow and anxiety.
There's plenty of work to do at the various booths, and the park itself is a work in progress. We'll need to assign dedicated employees to maintain and manage each attraction. There's a recruitment section on the park's bulletin board. We've received many applications, and each candidate has their strengths. Our job is to match the best candidates to each attraction based on their overall performance. Once assigned, the staff will keep the attractions running, ensuring a continuous revenue stream.
Wait, so we've suddenly gone from being playtesters to heads of human resources? That's definitely a first for us. Just don't hold everyone up to your own standards, okay? You can't expect everyone else to be as capable as you. Alright, time to review some resumes. Fingers crossed we'll get some exceptional candidates.
Go high employees. Employee. क्या दिया उसने? हाय आप
Looks like this particular employee is really getting into their role.
In any case, running a theme park is a long-term project. We're just about...
धीरे धीरे करना है धीरे धीरे
Well, the numbers might not look that impressive. Building on this momentum, to draw in the crowds, I've invited one of Fontaine. She'll be performing, right?
So, is the restaurant...
She'll be performing. To draw in the crowds, I've invited one of Fontaine's very own celebrity chefs, my good friend Escoffier.
Escoffier Escoffier
The restaurant is up to standard, and the waterside location will make for a unique dining experience. The beautiful scenic reflections in the water create us. Ingredients, check. Cooking utensils, check. Looks like we're ready to rumble.
Hey there, Escoffier.
Oh, my employers are here. The president of the Spina di Rasula, plus the famous traveler and Paimon. I must say, you seem a bit overqualified to be running a film-themed...
I'd say that if anyone here was overqualified, it would be the former head chef of the Hotel de Boer. Wherever you walk, the aroma of
Let's get back to business. I'm guessing you want the traveler to help me decide the theme dish for each cycle.
This is the business strategy I mentioned earlier. Using Escoffier's top-tier dishes to attract more visitors to the park. But this isn't just about attracting Just imagine, Paimon, if all you needed was a single ticket to enjoy all the attractions.
Now, here's the twist. To get the most out of this strategy, the menu can't be made public. Based on research by a certain food branding consultant, so give me some inspiration every few business cycles. Now then, give me your hand. A warm and energetic feel. Your hands are calloused from wielding your sword, but still quite delicate. When you grasp its hilt, it's... A sword, then. The theme this time shall be strength. Alright, let's find out what's...
हर बार चेंज होता रहेगा क्या?
I've refined the sauce for these barbecue ribs. The mint extract in the seasoning leaves... But if you ask me, I'd say the artisans need these more than the guests.
The artisan?
As I'm sure you've noticed, this park isn't quite finished. A serving of these barbecue ribs should help the artisans replenish their strength much more quickly. As their bosses, you have an obligation to provide meals for them. Who knows? The morale boost might even improve their productivity.
Oh? If I recall correctly, you once served up some special fish and chips for the porters over... For several days after, the workers were all incredibly efficient. They'd finish 8 hours of work in just 5.
Then there's no time to lose. Go invite...
That's a great idea! Looks like these themed dishes are gonna make a huge difference after all. The artisans are pumped and ready to roll thanks to that themed dish.
And perfect timing, too. Let's take this chance to take the facilities of our eclectic escapades to the next level.
Yeah. Nah. Upgrade your facility.
We should be able to attract more
That's right. And attract... When that happens... Whew. That should be everything. Looks like you've pretty much mastered how to run this park.
Huh? Have we really? Thinking about it, we have learned...
Oh, not at all. I imagine long-term... But don't let that scare you. Just break things down into smaller steps and tackle them one at a time. Even...
Whoa, seeing her own progress has really got Paimon fired up! Actually, she's gonna jot your words of From here on out, we'll be...
Progress. And to third, use your special ability, right movement. Oh, बीच वाला आएगा जाएगा करेगा शायद ना। Find a way to claim the treasure key. कुछ खास नहीं था वाला। Will update in one cycle. Cycle 2.
That unique aroma. All right then, I'll just...
अरे ये चिंदी इवेंट स्टोरी भी बकवास है इसकी। ये इवेंट भाई प्राइमोस दे रहा है, ऐसा बुरा बुरा नहीं बोलना चाहिए इवेंट को। गलत बात गलत बात। वाह क्या गेम है। अरे सोचा है अगर कोई ज्यादा पे कर रहा है तो उसकी फालतूगिरी को फालतूगिरी ना बोली। ना भाई फालतूगिरी फालतूगिरी होती है, कुछ भी कहो। यार गलती से मैंने ट्रायंगल दबा दिया। इसको रिमूव कैसे करूँ? हाँ हेलो नरेश। खासकर ये मानर वाले गेम, ये तो बकवास अभी बाप है। सच में वाला मेरे को ऐसे वाले इवेंट्स पहले बोर होता है यार, ये वाले इवेंट्स बोर होते हैं, बस प्राइमोस के लिए अपन करना पड़ता है कुछ भी, लेकिन ये वाले इवेंट सच में बहुत बोर है, कुछ कर भी नहीं सकते अपन। नरेश ऑन है भाई प्ले स्टेशन में ना? ना 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 भाग गया यार वो, मेरे को लगा मारने आएगा।
Everybody stand back, bring it! Letting brave names echo! Wrath from the sky! Try and stop me!
ना 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 ना। यहाँ पे भी एक और स्टोरी बता रहा था, उसका स्टोरी कर लेते हैं दूसरा वाला, वो छोड़ते हैं भाई। हाँ ये वाला पैलेस।
Rev the engines!
यहाँ पे कम से कम अपने को वो ब्रो देखने मिलता है। हेलो पाइमॉन।
Oh, hey, my little dudes! Good morning!
मॉर्निंग लिटिल ड्यूड।
Oh, wow! Cuckoo's learned a new greeting! Is that good news or bad news, though?
Sorry, I did everything within my power. But so far, I've only managed to teach him how to say good morning.
Wait, so that's all you've been up to this whole time? Get out of here! Huh? Okay, so good mornings aside, please tell Paimon there's been some other progress too.
Of course. That's why I'm here. Kukuku's not the only one that Mr. Risley's been getting to talk. I'm referring, of course, to the convicts.
It was nothing. These guys weren't exactly tough nuts to crack.
So, what's the deal?
After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were preparing to pack up and leave Natland.
Middle-aged man.
He was dressed in the manner of the Children of Echoes and carrying a box. Plus, the description matches the one the gun was found in. All in all, he didn't look any different from your average Natlanese traveler. Perhaps seeing that they were dressed as merchants, this man stopped for a chat, inquiring where their goods were headed. The smugglers were very cautious, though. They didn't tell him any specifics. But all this happened before I crossed paths with. I happened to notice them as they were preparing to set sail. I thought they looked shady, so I snuck aboard. And it.
भाई वो शिप में छुपा और यहाँ तक फाउंटेन में पहुंच गया। वो लोडिंग स्क्रीन वो दिख रहा है तो अलग।
Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all supply and demand, kid. Supply and demand. Natlan's foreign trade is just starting to lift off. There'll be a market for it, you'll see.
That's right. So stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just do your job and keep an eye on the goods.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do scarred face? On closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and elbows, and his fingernails are dirty. Could he have previously been a warrior? Or even an adventurer? Something feels off.
Yeah.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub...
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare?
एकदम एंडिंग तक जाना है.
And why would they need to transport it with such care?
थोड़ा सा और रुकना था.
Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan?
ये
I need to find a way to get to the bottom of this.
Who goes there? Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
अब मैं नहीं कर रहा है. एक और बार मैं नहीं कर रहा है इसको.
Why we call you a rookie.
That's right.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine? Scarred face. On closer inspection, could he have previously? Something feels off.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare?
Who goes there?
कमी ना मैंने.
Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie.
Supply and
That's
demand,
right.
bro.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine? Scarred fate. On closer inspection, could he have previous? Something feels off.
मैं हाथ ही नहीं लगा रहा है
thinking,
एनालॉग
boss.
स्टिक को.
This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this. Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves. Sure enough, there are relics inside the box. It's illegal to smuggle such items out.
Hey, why the long face? You're abroad on business, and you get to do some sightseeing while you're at it. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. You better cheer up if you know what's good for you.
I guess you're right. I was just worried I might have messed up with the packing, or that something's gonna go wrong along the way.
Oh, pull yourself together. Tons of foreign tourists come traveling to Fontaine. I bet their luggage is full of all kinds of weird stuff.
तो सिर्फ चेहरा
If
black and
someone
white नहीं है.
insists on checking it all, just show them the purchase order we had drawn up. Those Fontainians can't get enough of their legalese, so I've heard. They can look all they want.
Aha. So their aim is to smuggle in contraband after all. Looks like I've gathered enough in. So anyway, that was after an investigation and a chase. They finally apprehended them and sent them on their way.
Well, guess they're headed exactly where they should be.
Thanks.
Based on your recollections just now.
I was completely focused on those smugglers at the time, so I wasn't really paying.
Yeah, Kanish, you did great.
In other words, the person who brought the gun here, the one who lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Sounds like Mr. Kakuku wants to chime.
He said this elusive
He said-
individual's actions are positively mystifying.
It's a good observation. I quite agree. However, we still know next to nothing about the person. Perhaps we should start by focusing on the lost item at...
It certainly seems like it was the bait in some kind of trap. The only question is, why wasn't the bait made more conspicuous?
Has something sprung to mind?
I just remembered a film I watched that...
Huh? Oh wow, no way, bro.
Hold on, let me explain. Just now, the traveler speculated that this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come pick it up. That got me thinking about those films. When they demand their ransom, the kidnappers tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to come pick up.
That doesn't merely happen in films. There have been similar cases in real life. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspired the film.
Sounds plausible.
Ooh, wait. This raises the stakes to if the gun really was some kind of ransom, then does that mean they executed the...
I agree. I don't believe we have a kidnapping on our hands. Selling off stolen goods is extra work that most kidnappers would want to avoid. Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hands on an ancient dragon handgun? It's not impossible, but the likelihood is very slim. We can discount that possibility for now. And speaking of selling stolen goods, don't you think this looks more like a transaction?
So, bottom line, this was an individual smuggler at work.
Exactly. And it was the location itself that caused the deal to fall through. The last thing they would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling film convention over. Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rasula have a presence there. I'll bet...
That sounds like a plausible theory, but how do...
Looks like your people better start rolling up their sleeve.
How so?
Easy. Just follow the usual procedure by putting up a lost and found notice. The more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim it. Even if they send a proxy, we're liable to get our hands on new leads. And timing-wise, it's about time we updated the bulletin board. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire to write...
Ah, so that's what you meant by... In that case, I may as well write it myself. Delegating this to someone else would require an additional explanation.
Or are you just not used to asking others to work overtime?
Is that really a major concern?
Well, looks like I won't be needed around here.
You could always wait here if you like. The Palais Mermonia serves a particularly fine cup of...
Thanks, but no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend before heading out, so I should probably get back to feed it.
Ah, I wasn't aware that you had a pet. Speaking of pets...
Get out of here!
Yep, that's the plan.
Out of here, indeed.
I believe that what Wriothesley is trying to say is, you are free to leave, Mr. Kukuku. Furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kukuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object. As such, he shall be free to move around Fontaine whenever he so pleases.
You're the best, bro. Oh, that really is good news. Traveler, should we bring Kukuku back to Aoife and Aurora?
I shall leave him in your capable hands. Indeed.
Full throttle! Try and stop me!
Na, 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 na.
Rev the engines!
How?
What? What now?
Let's shake hands.
Fine by me. Get ready for a knuckle sandwich!
Oh, nice dodge.
Paimon feels strangely inclined to keep a safe distance. You miss me, bro?
Cuckoo, you're free!
Ugh, not you again.
You didn't miss.
Nope, didn't miss you in the slightest.
Hey, Gramps. And hey, Paimon and Kanich. It's good to see you all.
Get it away! Get it away from me! Nice to meet you, bro. Who are you calling bro? Say that again to my face. I dare you.
If you've got the energy to argue this much, let's go find something to eat while a How lives his best life.
Poor How. He spent all day being tormented by Auroron, only to discover that the suffering's just begun.
Aoife, as a Saurian vet, how can you just sit back and watch our little dragon bro?
Huh? How am I the bad?
Even hear yourself? Doesn't anyone want to hear how Kukuku got out of jail?
Don't lose hope, How. By the same standard, you have freedom of movement now, too. You're still in the game?
Same standard? I will not be held to the same standard as that thing!
That's right. You won't. As far as I understand, the Palais Mermonia will want to assess your case on its own merits before they grant you freedom of movement.
Where's that Saurian meat restaurant again? I'm gonna march that little pink balloon right into the...
Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You'll be putting your own neck on the line, too.
Also, there's no such restaurant!
Anyway, thanks for looking after a How, guys. I'll take over from here.
Why, you? Between the two, Kukuku wins the cuteness competition hands down. Really? Thanks! Wait, who are the other contestants, though?
So now that our crew's back... Oh!
No chance. If I lose, we'll end up stuck in the room watching films all over again.
Nope. This time, we'll only watch a film if I lose instead.
Had an...
For real now?
Can we just ditch this whole leaving it all to chance thing? Why don't we take our fate into our own hands?
Aren't we doing that all...
Don't know why you're laughing. You're stuck with paper every time.
ये कौन है? I'm
Instead
last
of
on 9 months
confining
ago.
themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world.
No, मैंने पहले आया था मेरा अगली बार. बहुत टाइम हो गया बंदे को. Eight a.m.
The lost and found notice is up! Maybe we should go hang around the Palais Mermonia to see if anyone shows up to claim it.
Rev the engines!
Huh, looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
Ah, hello, you two.
Have there been any developments? Okay, guess not. Well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely that...
Special Patrol, open up!
Ah! Who's there? What's...
I don't think that's who this is.
Hey, this isn't the time for silly jokes!
Good day, all. Gramps, grannies, aunts, and uncles.
What in the Tevat are you doing here, Aurora?
Oh, he must be the one you mentioned.
One of his owners. But... Bro, what are you doing here?
I'm here to claim a lost item.
Is this the person you saw on the boat, Miss?
Somehow I highly. For starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies. And unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the world, I don't think he's our guy.
Huh. Was there something wrong with my door-knocking etiquette? That's how they do it in all the films.
That's not door-knocking etiquette. That's the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol doing their job! Completely different things!
Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry, to show the people inside you had something important to discuss. Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again.
So, Roron, you said you were here to claim a lost item.
Yeah, so...
For real now? Oh, come on, bro. Auroron, be honest now. Were you...
No, it belongs to a friend.
So it belongs to Aoife?
Of course not. Aoife has his own gun. All right then. I knew this. So here's what went down. This morning, Aoife and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. So we figured we'd head out and visit some of the core to find. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help. He said that he had lost something and that someone had found it and sent it over to the Palais Mermonia. But apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old coworkers. So he asked us to pretend to be the owners and claim it on his behalf.
You didn't manage to keep that pretense up.
It's fine. I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway.
So, a former employee of the Palais Mermonia.
Yes, at least I assume so. He looked like a well-dressed We were about to refuse, but he was so polite.
Could it have been a disguise?
Oh no. Auroron. Oh, maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as your mission went pear-shaped.
No way. I'm not that dumb.
Huh?
He's not going anywhere. Aoife and Kukuku are keeping an eye on him over at the plaza.
Keeping an eye on him. I like the sound of...
In that case, let's hurry over to where Aoife is! Time to catch that con man and find out what's really going on here!
Wait a minute, I have a question first. Traveler, Paimon.
Oh, we're basically household names. But why do you ask?
Would that be...
Remember when I said that the seller might be watching in secret?
If so, then picking Auroron to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their part.
It suggests that the person who got Auroron to claim the item might not be fully in the know themselves. There are plenty of unanswered questions, but standing around racking our brains won't help. However, I still suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kinich, oh, and of course, Monsieur Nivelet, will empty the box, give it to Auroron, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened. I'll follow to check if anyone is watching. I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
I think this plan is worth a try.
So I have to go undercover again.
Well, not exactly undercover. Just drop the special patrol.
Roger that. Over.
Over and out. क्या है वो कीड़ा है ना?
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here. Auroron has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now. Auroron's taking the elevator. I should take a different route to the plaza.
कुकू डरा रहा है लोगों को, किसके पीछे भाग रहा है?
Nothing suspicious going. Strange.
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Stop with the pecking! Stop! Please, sir, I'm begging you, do me a favor and
Get this pet under-
of yours under control.
What are you on about?
Sorry, but he's not my pet. And I should warn you, he's not too happy with how you're talking about him.
What the? This thing has a job? So in Natland, they just dish out jobs to any old thing.
Uh-oh. Kukuku's not too big on being called a thing either.
I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Kukuku. Master Kukuku.
लड़का कुकू.
I meant no
All right, Kukuku. That'll do for now.
Sure thing, bro.
Auroron actually looks pretty serious this time. Was he just pretending to be clueless earlier? Interesting. Think I'll sit back and see how this plays out.
You actually got it? Wow, didn't think it would be that easy.
Ah, excellent. Looks like...
After all?
I mean, because the staff at the Palais Mermonia don't recognize you, right?
So I got it. But I don't remember promising I'd
Huh?
This thing's pretty cool. I've taken...
Please don't do this, my good sir, my master, my lord. My very life hangs in the back.
His life hangs in the balance.
If this means so much to you...
Are you trying to get him to say my life?
How'd you know?
Because I watched that film with you.
Dude.
You should drop the act. We don't want a real misunderstanding, and
You're probably right. But honestly, I don't know what else to say. Sorry, this is the most myself I can be. Is that enough?
Enough. More.
Who's this dude?
Just think of me as a staff member from the Palais Mermonia. Now, if you don't mind, I have some questions for this gentleman about that life or death treasure you were just discussing. Truth.
Oh no, I'm toast.
What's that supposed to mean? You don't think the Palais Mermonia has the ability to protect our citizens?
No, I mean, yes, of course they do. Please.
I could do that. But I'd rather you just tell the whole story from the beginning.
I suppose I only have myself to blame. Such a rare antique. I'm a collector of antiques. Nothing excites me more than rare, old relics, and to be completely honest, if someone's selling, I'm buying. I don't care to ask where they sourced their goods. As for the seller of this particular item, we've had some prior dealings, but always under the cover of coded ads in some shady tabloids. Lost and found notices, missing person ads. As long as I took care to hide a time and place somewhere within the text, then slipped some more in. Normally, everything goes off without a hitch. But this time, I arrive at the pickup spot expecting that was not what we'd agreed. But I couldn't just let it go, so I reached out to him again the same. He replied, and do you know what he said? He insisted that it would be inconvenient for him to make an appearance himself, but said that if I could somehow find a way to retrieve it from the... Of course it wasn't the discount that swung it.
Feeling smug.
Feeling smug now, are we?
No, please go...
Go on.
Where was I? Well, anyway, I thought to myself, seeing as the item itself came from Natlan, it would make more sense if I could find someone from there to go retrieve it. And by a stroke of complete and utter coincidence, I just... I'm so very sorry. I underestimated the pair of you.
I need you to clear something up for me. You haven't paid the seller yet, correct? And yet he told you to collect the item from the palais.
Well, to be honest, though I can't claim to know him very well, he, on the other hand, seems to know my name and where I live. Besides, this is a guy who managed to get his hands on an ancient Natlanese weapon. That's probably not the kind of person I want to double-cross.
Fair. That makes... So, Mr...
Please, just call me Argento.
All right, Mr. Argento. Listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. It will determine how much of the rest of your life you'll be spending beneath the waves.
What does he mean? Is he gonna Oh, I get it. He's...
Shh, can it?
Owing to your suspected involvement in the illicit trade of Natlanese, a trip to the Opera Epiclese seems unavoidable at this stage. But on the bright side, you still have one chance to make things right.
Okay. Do I really?
It's very simple. Just reach out to your seller in the same way as usual, arrange to meet, bring the money, and make the deal. Just be sure to let me know all the details. I'm talking time, If we can catch the other party by doing this, you'll have gone some way toward redeeming yourself.
Oh, I see. I understand. You shall have my full and unadulterated cooperation.
Good. Don't break the law, and don't even think about making a run for it. The palais... All right, take the box, but leave your ID and other documents behind. As for you two, protocol dictates that I should take you both back to the palais and have you sign a confidentiality...
Such a hassle, bro!
See? Mr. Kakuku knows exactly where I'm coming from. So, I was thinking...
I understand, sir. We got dragged into this by out of respect for the traveler. We won't say enough.
Oh, I know this part. We better keep our mouths shut, or we'll both be sleeping with the fishes in the tailor-made peros. In that case...
Not exactly what I was going for, but if that's how you want to understand it, then be my guest. Then it's settled. Thanks for your help.
यार पानी थोड़ा गर्म हो गया मेरा.
Boy, am I glad that's over. That's enough work for one day. Time to head back.
कोई देख रहा है मेरे को ऐसा क्यों लग रहा? Rightly back. Rightly.
Judging by your expression, it must be good news, huh?
Nah.
It went smoothly on the whole.
So basically, we hold off until Argento and the other party have set up the next stage of the transaction. Then we plan our next move.
Patience will be key.
I get that. It's like hunting. I'm just not sure the other party will take the bait so easily.
Well, If he didn't need the money, or if he valued self-preservation over making a profit, he could have walked away as soon as the contraband was brought to the Palais Mermonia. On top of that, although he hasn't shown his face yet, he seems to have no followers or accomplices, and he's relying on an extremely limited set of options to push the deal along. So, if you ask me, he seems like someone who cares a lot about his image and has a somewhat high opinion of himself, but lacks any real ability. I almost get the feeling that if he misses out on this opportunity, he won't have any other way of making money. His every move is like a spin of the roulette wheel, hoping that the ball will land exactly where he wants it to. Or, I don't know. Maybe he'll cut his losses and vanish into thin air, and our efforts will have been in vain. At least Natlan will get the stolen relic back, so it won't have been for nothing.
In that case, let's hope his arrogance stays in play.
Everyone, I have just briefed the Marechaussee Phantom on the situation. As soon as there are any further developments, we will act without delay. When that time comes, we will be relying on your help.
We'll be waiting for the good news!
यार टाइम वेट करना है.
These newcomers are full of enthusiasm.
पीसी के स्पेसिफिकेशन क्या है? क्या बकवास चल रही है भाई यहाँ पे?
Try and stop me!
Na, 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 na. I am a sniper. Suzu frog. M4 निकाला है. Oof. एक दिन बचा है. ये लॉगिन तो आया नहीं का मेरा अभी तक. और बता दोस्त, क्या बताऊँ ब्रो? स्ट्रीम कैसे दिख रही है लागी? ये बता तू, बाकी छोड़. पूरा लैग कर रहा है सच में. पता नहीं यार लैग क्यों हो रही है. 144p आ रहा है. तू 144p में ही देखता है शायद भाई. तू उसके ऊपर जाता है देखने में स्ट्रीम. हेलो इताची हबीबी. कैसा है ब्रो? वो बच कैसे गया मेरा? ना 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 ना. ये छोटे वाले पंछी भी उतना ही बड़ा लेग पीस गिराते हैं जितना बड़े वाले पंछी गिराते हैं. कुछ गलत नहीं लग रहा है? कम से कम बदक का देख, एक बदक 2 गिराना चाहिए.
Show no mercy. Yeah. Fulfill our pact.
यो स्ट्रीम जल्दी जल्दी हो जो है क्या? अच्छा स्ट्रीम जल्दी. अरे मैं लेट हो गया यार. मैं 3 बजे से पहले आता हूँ लेकिन लेट हो गया आज मैं. क्या कर ली मैंने? समझा नहीं. तूने क्या कर ली? स्ट्रीम ज्वाइन जल्दी कर ली मैंने, ऐसा बोलना चाहता है तू? कि मैंने स्ट्रीम जल्दी स्टार्ट कर लिया बहुत? दिमाग खराब होता है ऐसा जब होता है ना भाई. इतना बेकार दिख रही है स्ट्रीम. फेवरेट मेन मेरा, मैं ज़्यादातर जिसको ईरान का यूज़ ज़्यादा किया मैंने. अभी थोड़ी क्वालिटी अच्छी दिख रही है स्ट्रीम की. मेरा वहम था क्या कभी ना? नहीं अच्छी दिख रही है, अच्छी दिख रही है. ये कैरेक्टर मैं बहुत यूज़ करता हूँ. 54 to 75 पता नहीं इतना कम क्यों दिख रहा है. मैंने शायद तक कुछ इसको, अच्छा ये वाला सेट यूज़ कर रहा हूँ इसलिए ऐसा दिख रहा है. इसका दूसरा सेट भी बनाया है मैंने, वो भी निकालते हैं कभी. 38 के ये वाला ही है। सच में ये वाला है? 67 to 20, 75 होना चाहिए। तो गलत किया है मैंने। थोड़ा सा एचपी ज़्यादा जाता है उस पर। हजार के आसपास। हाँ अभी आ रहा क्या? यहाँ पे वाला एचपी परसेंटेज नहीं, ये एचपी परसेंटेज यूज होता है। 71 to 36। 67 retreat।
The sky in Natlan.
इसका इन लातलान क्या हुआ है वहाँ पे? पूरा पैसा उड़ गया, मेरे को तो उसका दिमाग सारा उड़ा रहा है मेरा। सेवन ही अभी भी। सोच रहा था बॉस को मारने का, लेकिन नहीं मार सकते क्योंकि है नहीं मेरे पास। ये बंदा भी ऑनलाइन आया नहीं, तो खेला रहा था इसके साथ गेम कन्वर्टर।
legacy.
Bring it.
Let's
You two. Time to end them.
in the morning.
Going in. Let's light it up. Fulfill our pact. Everybody stand back. Let the mountains veins boil. Get to work. Suffer the wrath of Eastleigh. Ha! Sha! Sha! Yeah!
In the morning.
Bring it. Sha! Fulfill our pact. I'm going in. Go on, take them. I'll thank the stars for you later. All right.
इतने दूर में टेलीपोर्ट पॉइंट नहीं है क्या? है फिश वाली दहशत अजीब सी है भाई. क्या फुल मून एग? एक ही बना सकता हूँ मैं इसको. मुरा मीट. अटक गई स्ट्रीम, पता नहीं कहाँ पे अटकी है.
Rise with the sun. Letting brave names echo.
सिर्फ 2 ही रहते हैं भाई, और भी है उसके अंदर में, मेरे को उनको ढूंढना नहीं है, ढूंढने का कष्ट नहीं उठाना है मेरे को। मैं तो वही बोलूँगा भाई, वही चाहिए था कि अपग्रेड करने के लिए, कुछ और चीज़ से अपग्रेड नहीं हो सकता क्या वो? ये भी एक अलग ही चीज़ है जो चाहिए वहाँ पे, उसको अपग्रेड करने के लिए जो लग रही है। ना 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 ना। बोलो 0 to 79 हाँ। अरे हाउ 0 to 79 क्या हो गया? मुश्किल ताली है वाह। इसका नॉर्मल एनिमेशन में भी ताली मिलती है ना, क्लैपिंग करते हो। चलता है वो भी चलता है। लाइव कब आने वाला है भाई, ये कौन कब आने वाला है? Bring in your stab, speed your run, it's clear you're pretty strong like someone who got.
Try and stop me!
क्या दिया? फ्रूट्स? मेरे को लगा था फ्रूट देगा वो, लेकिन चलता है, हम खुश हैं।
Full throttle!
चलता है अंकल जो भी दिया आपने.
Hey, not a bad haul. Rev the engines! All right.
वन 20 पार्टिकल्स कलेक्ट करना है भाई. वो पानी के ऊपर कैसे तोड़ता है, यकीन नहीं होता है. ऐसे स्टार्ट किया था अपन ने.
Let's ride. All right. Bring it.
कुमोथली, क्या अलग सा नाम है उसका.
A legendary new dish. Did I overdo it?
What's I'm trying to like see sound. Green food puff bar. Puffed green food bar.
Next time, I'll come back stronger.
ये स्ट्रीम अटक क्यों रही है? रुक मैं देखता है यार 2 मिनट. हेलो सोरो किंग कॉन्ग, ये क्या हो रहा है गाचा कम्युनिटी में? ये क्या हो गया? स्ट्रीम बराबर चल नहीं रही है यार, थोड़ा अटक रहा है, पता नहीं किस बात का. क्यों क्या हो रहा है ब्रो इस कम्युनिटी में? पता नहीं यार, यहाँ पे तो कुछ दिखा नहीं रहा है। स्पीड वगैरह अच्छी चल रही है यार, शायद तक यूट्यूब का इशू होगा कुछ।
If you pick the right equipment, you'll work smarter, not harder.
How many forging commissions do I still have to finish? Let's see. 1, 2. Not so many as I thought. I'll get to them tomorrow.
If you pick the right equipment, you'll work smarter, not harder. With the right equipment, you'll work smarter, not harder.
We should take a break after all that running around. Yeah, let's rest here for a bit.
बंद करके चालू करूँ क्या? फिर ट्राई